Is it okay, ma'am? Huh.
हाँ.
So greetings to all our viewers and greetings to sir and ma'am. And let's start another episode of our conversations. And I hope this will be enlightening for the public as well, just like before. So I think today our conversation is more going to be focused on innovation, research, and its state and its current state in our country. Uh, एंड आई लव कि हमारी जो ऑडियंस है वो पहले हमारे दोनों स्पीकर्स को भी बहुत वेलकम कर ले. वेलकम मैम, वेलकम सर अगेन, एंड
Thank you,
फाइनली
Ashwini.
लेट्स
Thank
बिगिन.
you, Ashwini.
तो वेलकम सर. हाँ, एंड आवर फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, प्लीज, एंड मैं चाहूंगी कि आप दोनों इस पे अपने अपने पॉइंट्स ऑफ व्यू को एक्सप्लेन करिए. सॉरी. व्हाट इज इनोवेशन एंड डिस्कवरी? What is the difference between innovation and discovery and research? ऐसे तो ये it might seem simple or fundamental, but I think it is the most starting point which the audience should understand. So please, अगर आप दोनों explain करें.
So, shall I or you
Ashutosh,
will?
take the question.
Okay.
Sir, pleasure is all mine. आप anything you guys
Right,
want.
right. Okay. So, thank you all. This is a very basic question, but there are little differences between these three terms, right? So, when we
Yes,
say
sir.
innovation,
Yes, sir.
innovation refers to doing something uh, with novelty or with some changes in the existing, let's say, product or service or whatever, so
Yes,
that
sir.
it can add value, okay, to the existing product, right?
Right.
But if you, it has to be a little bit newness to whatever you are. It may be a process. It can be, the changes in the product, or it may be some changes in a new technology like that. So this is
Yes, sir.
basically your innovation. Now, another term was discovery, right?
Yes,
So,
sir.
welcome, Anupamji. So, I was talking about the difference between innovation, discovery, and Ashwini asked the third term
The
was
research.
research, right? So, I was telling innovation in the sense whenever you are doing some alterations in a product or a service, which is going to add value to the existing product, that also is innovation, right? Innovation means a new, the technology may not be disruptive, a kind of,
Right.
a little bit, some changes, some newness you have brought
Okay.
in to the product or service, whereby the value of the product or service has increased. In that way, you can say that this is an innovative process or an innovative product, right? But
Hmm.
when you say discovery, that is a different case. Discovery means
Okay.
something which is already there in the nature, but it
Hmm.
was not evident or not known to anybody. So somebody has
Okay.
discovered which was not evident to anybody, right? So it is a
Right,
new
right.
thing altogether to the world. So discovery is different. Discovery is already there in the nature, but was not known to the mankind or anybody else. Then
Okay.
discovery is totally different. It may be a material, it may be a technology, it may be anything which is not known to till now to the
Hmm.
masses or to anybody else, right? So that is discovery. So there is a basic difference between innovation, discovery, research. Research, in the sense, research is a little bit different than discovery and innovation also.
Hmm.
Research is a basic thing, right? Even if you want to write a book, you need to research. You need to research
Right,
about the
right.
data. You need to research about the content of the book. You need to research a little bit research about the whatever subject matter, right? So researching is searching again in a literal meaning.
Right,
So
sir.
so searching about anything is research. Okay.
Hmm.
So, for example, we are doing PhD. I'm doing PhD means I'm doing research. In the sense, whatever has happened in my topic already, I am, going through whatever has happened, and then again for a newness to my particular topic, I may be adding something to that particular data.
Yes, sir. Right,
So,
right.
if you are doing research, you are doing nothing but creating a database of the knowledge, right?
Okay,
So, making it simple, these few terms you can define like that.
okay. And sir, so I shall ask my second question to our esteemed panel. And welcome, Anupam sir. Sir was speaking, so hence I was holding on for few
Welcome,
minutes.
Anupam
Oh,
ji.
okay, okay.
Huh. And so I shall ask my second question to our esteemed panel. Um, how startup and innovation are related, and why in India we need to put more emphasis uh, on the role of higher educational institutes in inculcating this startup and innovation and promoting this.
Can you repeat the second part? I can take this question.
Yes, sir. So, my second question is how startup and innovation are related, basically, how they are interlinked,
That's
and
fine.
why in India we need to put more emphasis on the role of educational institutions for startup and innovation.
Right, right, right.
Hmm.
So, the first part of the question is how the research, innovation,
How
and
startup and
yeah,
innovation are
innovation
related.
are related. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So, as we all know, most of the people, those who know these terms and this ecosystem
Yes,
of the
sir.
startup, they know that startup is all about solving problem. First is
Hmm.
you have to find out some problem. Again,
Hmm.
I am repeating the same thing. uh, Problem may be very small problem, very big problem,
Hmm.
it may be social problem, it may be medical problem, it may be societal problem, it may be transport problem, it may be any kind of problem, okay, existing problem, that you have to first find out and then define it. So problem is defined, then you have to go for some solution. So whatever is coming in your mind after, let's say, talking to with your friends, with your teachers, with your peers, and then something is coming regarding the solution of that particular problem that you have defined, then you say that this is the idea is coming, right? So this is the ideation phase, right? So to solve a problem in an innovative way, you need to be an innovator, right?
Right,
So,
sir.
or other way around also, if you're not solving a problem, if you are innovating something, maybe in technology, let's say, we are most of the us are technocrat. So suppose we are doing something in a technology field, and then we find some problem related to the field that you have innovated. That also is possible, right?
Yes, sir.
कि तुमने क्या किया कि एक चीज में काम कर रहे हो और उससे एक सोल्यूशन आ गया, तो एक एक इनोवेशन तुमने कर दिया, तो उससे रिलेटेड
Right.
प्रॉब्लम क्या है समाज में, उसको तुमने ढूंढ लिया. So this way, for starting up, you need to have a problem, you need to have a solution in your mind, and you need to convert that solution, whatever is in your mind, in reality, right? Then only you can make that particular proposition as a business. And then once you do that, that is your startup. So obviously, the startup is related to innovation. The second part of the
Okay.
question is why the higher educational institutes are the part of the ecosystem. Okay.
Yes, sir. Right, right.
So see, after schooling,
Hmm.
right, the mind, the nascent mind, they come to a stage where most of the agility and problem solving ability is there at that
Hmm.
stage, right? New thinking is coming. So the young people, they are the what do you call it, the people who can change the world, okay? Because of that,
Yes,
recently, some 3 4 years back, when I was still, I am the Jharkhand state mentor for startup. Then
first time.
they started one program called Catch Them Young. तो कैच देम यंग करके ये उसमें जब ये अपना रचना जी से आई वाज नो
Introduced.
having, yeah. So before 2 3 years before, there was one boot camp here, and I got introduced with Rachna, and then Rachna used to call me. She only told that you can become a I mean mentor of this Jharkhand state. Then I registered
Okay.
that, and then she used to call me for judging or something like that. So I went to
Hmm.
Ranchi for judging, and
Hmm.
that program name was Catch Them Young. they called ये यूएस का जो कॉन्सुलेट है वहां से किसी को बुलाए थे, एंड कलकत्ता से कुछ आदमी को बुलाए थे, बांग्ला नाटक डॉट कॉम और पता नहीं कौन कौन को बुलाए थे.
Yes,
एंड
sir.
आई वॉज देयर एज ए मेंटर एंड ईडी सेल इंचार्ज. So I mean, I judged some number of people all around Jharkhand. They came, and then because of that, what is my point is, when the people the students are in the college, they are the most energetic people, and they have new ideas coming out. So it is the startup is all about thinking new and innovative
Yes,
ideas
sir.
and making them into a business proposition. Because of
Okay.
this, all the things like IIC, EDCell and all, this is related, and higher educational institutes are the most important arena or the stage whereby you can collect ideas, new ideas, and go for startups, because it's related to economy. Yeah,
So basically, we are nurturing both the present and the future as well. The
exactly.
future bench strength, the technical skill force needed for our industries. And
Hmm.
sir and ma'am, now my question, I think इसमें आप लोग सबका जो पर्सनल इनपुट है विल गेट टू नो दैट ऑल्सो. आप सबका वर्क एक्सपीरियंस अभी तक का. My question is, what is the situation pertaining to research and innovation in India?
तो ये मनीषा जी लेंगी क्वेश्चन.
Okay. Thank you, Ashutosh. Okay, as we see the current situation in India, the government is already pushing a lot on innovation via the Skill India movement, and a lot of funds are there to support all these high impact research work which is going on. Okay, we have also seen that there is a rise in the innovation metrics, which we call it the Global Innovation Index. If you see that there is a rise, earlier India was well below the mark compared to the other neighboring countries, and especially the European countries. So we were far behind. So now we have seen that rise in the Global Innovation Index. And also, as Ashutosh said, major the big names like IITs have been supporting a lot of startup innovation programs through these government fundings. So there is a rise in that. The challenges what we are facing right now is uh, other institutions other than IITs, and even in the corporates and other things, very low R&D spending is being done. Right. So there is low investment on the research work compared to what the government has already, sponsored, and they have the funds ready. But when it reaches the research works, there is very low spending because people do not want to spend so much time on the research works. They want to spend more on the projects and other things. Okay. So there's another place where the private sector participation is required, where all the private companies actively support all these new startup companies through funding. So that is weak at the present. So something which we'll have to think about and work upon is to strengthen those participation of the private sector's company, so that the funding of these startup organizations are also being done. there is a lot of gap also. As Ashutosh said, there is a lot of ideas about innovations from schools, colleges, and other, even in from the corporates. From there's a lot of young ideas which we have, but the rate at which that goes to the maturity level, that is the product which is market ready, there is a big gap in it. And there, that is where, where we as mentors can come in and bridge the gap between there, where we have people, mentors from all different areas, we can come and bridge that. So that is the current situation where the gap is there. The ideas are there, which are there at the ideation phase, but they are still not market ready, so it doesn't reach the market. Okay, there is a lot of talent which is there, but the brain gets drained because that innovation doesn't reach the market. So that is something, right? And
Right,
as
ma'am.
we,
So,
yeah.
yeah, sorry, ma'am. Continue. Were you saying something more?
Yes. So another point I would like to bring about is, the infrastructure. If you go to
Mm.
see some of the private sponsored organizations, or even the colleges, they have a very high infrastructure in terms of the latest technologies. But on the other hand, in the other colleges and other schools, the infrastructure is not up to mark. So that is something which, we have to build the bridge the gap between the reality, what actually is the market demand, and what we are providing at the education level. So that is another thing in terms of infrastructure which we have to cater for.
Uh, Okay. So, ma'am, I think we can give a name for the last point you made, like technology parity among the educational institutions regarding the technology which is currently being used by the industry.
Right. The technology, because we are still not there, as I can say, in the real, we are not still there on the real world learnings. I'll come to that in,
Okay.
I'll give a more details also on
Okay,
that
ma'am.
sometime here.
Okay.
Mm,
And
I would like,
so,
mm, I would like
say,
to add,
Yes,
sure,
I
sure.
would like,
Please.
Kunji.
as we are all have been students in college or school, we have experienced that the few of them are teacher, usually teaching the, usually, mm, really teaching the student, okay? And most of the teacher, they are manipulator. Have you experienced it? Such kind of people, such kind of people in education institution, in system, they are making the whole thing difficult for the person, the good student, the good teacher to live a life. And another thing is there, I would like to suggest that there is no incentive for failure. Most of the idea, most of the uh, brilliant brain, and most of the works have been perished
Correct.
by this system because we do not give incentive to failure. Whatever the effort a person is taking, finally, if he fails, hmm, he has lost his life, almost lost his family, everything he has lost. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So, in our society, there is
One
nothing,
point
no incentive for
is given
failure.
for the failures,
Okay?
but I would like
And
to add
our
the
education
positive.
system, most of the 80% teacher are manipulator.
Correct.
You may find more number. I am casually saying 80% people are not teaching. They are making notes. They are mugging it up, and even students also They are mugging and writing down in paper. They are
So,
Exactly.
not understanding the subject.
sir,
Correct.
Yes.
basically, I want to
अरे
ask
बाबा
something.
झाजी, I am a teacher now.
Yeah,
जो
yeah.
आपने बोला
Yes,
जो
yes.
आपने बोला उसको
Hmm,
अगर मैं समझना चाहूँ और उसको पॉइंट
hmm,
एंड आई लाइक टू आस्क आशुतोष सर आल्सो टू ऐड ऑन टू दिस आई जस्ट वांट टू आस्क वन थिंग कि बेसिकली अनुपम सर जो आप बोल रहे हो कि
hmm,
बेसिकली द थिंग इज आई थिंक मैंने एक बुक का टाइटल सुना था एक डीप वर्क करके 80%
hmm,
20% एंड समथिंग कॉल्ड
Hmm.
डीप वर्क तो
Hmm.
what you are saying anupam sir ki most of us we
hmm,
are losing our productivity in
hmm.
useless stuff like politics and just it is illusion of productivity but we are not
Yes, yes,
actually
yes.
being productive.
Yes.
Correct. लेकिन वो
Correct.
what he wants to say is
And
most
I
of the
am also
people.
adding example.
No,
One
you
example
now
I would like
you
to
add,
add.
but
Hmm,
let me I again let me clarify your point. What Jha sir is saying is most of the ecosystem in the education field, even in higher education field, they are unproductive. And his another point is if somebody is doing something and fails, then nobody is giving some credit for that. So
Right,
his
right,
point
Even
is the
appreciating it, the
positive
efforts.
positive aspect of this failure is once whatever you are doing and you fail, you learn more. This is the positive
ah,
aspect.
right,
If
right,
somebody is doing something and he fails, he has a good learning experience. Now,
right,
because of that, you will see that if the person who has failed has the ability to come back again and succeed
yes
at
sir,
another endeavor, then he will become a very successful person. Okay. और अदरवाइज इवन इफ फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट्स से कोई कोई जाता है जैसे मान लो कोई गया वहां 4 बार आईएएस का एग्जाम दिया यूपीएससी वन वन ऑफ द टफेस्ट एग्जाम आईएएस का एग्जाम दिया
yes
वो
sir,
नहीं सफल हो पाया लेकिन अगर वो चाहेगा तो ही और शी कैन बिकम वन ऑफ द मोस्ट यू नो प्रोमिनेंट कोचेस ऑफ आईएएस देखिए जो जो आदमी जो टीचर बनता है वो ज्यादातर देखिएगा कि वो अटेम्प्ट दिया फेल कर गया
right
एग्जाम्पल हम
sir,
बता देते हैं ये अभी जो है करोड़ों रुपया का मालिक है ये ओझा ओझा है ना क्या नाम है
ओजा सर,
ओझा सर ये 4 बार दिया उसको सफल नहीं हो पाया लेकिन इन द दिस प्रोसेस he has gained so much of knowledge about every subject that he started coaching and he succeeded
Hmm.
in the coaching. You know, now
Right, right,
he is a millionaire. This that
hmm.
fellow is a millionaire,
Hmm.
right? So what I am saying is you have to Jhaji also you have to see the positive aspect of it कि भाई फेल
Yes
कर
sir,
गया
Okay.
तो उसको आपको सरकार या कोई आदमी उसको पारितोषिक के रूप में फेलियर का कुछ नहीं दे रहा है वो ठीक है लेकिन उसको ऐसा होना चाहिए कि फेल 1 बार 2 बार 3 बार 4 बार होने से उसके अंदर ये मेंटल टफनेस होना चाहिए कि हम फिर से उठ के कुछ दूसरा चीज करें तो वो आदमी जो है वो ज्यादा सक्सीड करेगा मेरा
No,
यही पॉइंट
I
है
am telling you the
yeah,
limitation. I am telling you the limitation. Life and society and family doesn't give you the space to
दैट्स फाइन
enjoy to enjoy your failure.
so
Okay.
basic,
So leave it.
yeah,
Leave
right,
it. I am giving you the example. In
hmm.
द सब्जेक्ट
1972,
वी
in
आर वेरी द सब्जेक्ट
1972, most of us know in 1972, Richie Richardson invented C, the one of the most important language
सी
which interacts with hardware, that is machine, is C.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And how it was invented, because Richie Richardson was thrown out from his job. He was laid off,
Right,
right? And then he had at least a place in US who the organization was giving a library called, I don't remember now, a library called, and it was giving him a one time food.
Oh,
One time the incentive was one time food was given there. Hmm. And to do any kind of a research or a study, whatever a person can do. So
yes, sir.
that kind of facility we are missing. In 1970s, 1970s, I am 71 born, hmm, and Asutosh
50
is
years,
74 born.
even
We
before from
didn't,
today also, they
we
were
didn't,
valuing research.
we didn't heard about computer also. And
Yes.
even after
Not at all.
graduation, myself graduated in 1996. I was computer illiterate. Only I was knowing Fortran 4 as a because it was in syllabus and dry run on paper. But I didn't understand why these steps are written for mine in for so much step is required to solve a simple problem.
No,
Then
we even in
then
BIT we learned
Ah,
basic and program.
then I when I joined no BIT Mesra, then I learned a lot with people and the everything and the technology was there. While graduation, we do not have a computer in civil engineering. Ah, and some people were using it in computer science department, and they had to put up their shoes outside the lab.
Oh, yes, sir. We used to put shoes
We used
outside
to
the
put
lab
shoes
in
outside.
Yes,
school
yes, yes.
also.
That was there. So we have to change everything. We have to change from scratch. From
Yes, sir.
what is the position in our primary school? What is
ठीक है
position in our
उसको
middle
दूसरा
school?
क्वेश्चन
What
करने
is
दीजिए
position
लंबा
in
हो जाएगा.
our what is the situation in our high school?
Hmm.
Government high school. They are taking. They are money eaters only.
I know. Everybody knows. Government
That's
Uh,
school is very difficult.
so this is pathetic condition, but we have to learn. Whatever we have to learn, we have to give it to our society. And what
okay.
can we do? We will be doing it without
Yes, sir.
any incentive. Even if you do not get anything from our society, our nation, from organization, we'll have to do.
So, before moving on to the next question, I think ये जो अभी discussion हुआ, it is very very fruitful. I have also next questions also. Don't worry, guys. But ये जो अनुपम sir ने point बोला ना, ये actually it is very very important because it shows a lot. It shows us Indians हमारा जो mindset है उसका जो एक mirror है. हमारे साथ प्रॉब्लम क्या है वी आर सो फोकस्ड ऑन द रिजल्ट इट्स लाइक वी जस्ट वांट द रोज but we don't want the thorns. We want to be in denial that the rose is so perfect that the thorns doesn't exist. We just think that the that the path to research is a linear path and it is without any curves in it, but unfortunately it is not so. And we don't trust the process. We just look at okay whether it is okay or not, but what happened in between. आई थिंक कॉलेज में एक बार सर ने पढ़ाया था सिक्स सिग्मा करके कुछ, मुझे अब तो कुछ अभी याद नहीं है, बट जो प्रोसेस होता
Quality
है.
Six Sigma.
एंड
Six
Sigma
Sigma.
जैसे
Bell.
अपने एम एस
Bell
धोनी
is
को
curve is there, and only you are allowed in a Six Sigma quality system one
यस
error
सर.
in 10 million.
Yes.
If a repeated task you are doing, you can make one error only
यस
in
सर.
Six Sigma
One.
process.
Yes.
यस सर.
That that
That
is
is
that is
product
the
oriented.
that is the crux of Six Sigma.
राइट. एंड सर बेसिकली जो लर्निंग प्रोसेस है ना, वी आई थिंक वी ऑफन फॉरगेट इन दी
It's the bell
भाग
curve.
दौड़. पार्डन.
Bell curve.
यस
Then
सर, बेल कर्व.
99%,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
99.99% this is accepted, and 0.0001% is rejected only. Then if you reach that, then it is said to be you have reached 6 sigma, right?
Right.
Sigma is the standard deviation.
Mm.
So it's a
Standard
basically
deviation.
a statistics. So in the between, the line is mu, right? So the mean
Hmm.
line, and then you have a bell, right?
Well,
So this is what he was saying. He told the crux. The crux is the rejection has to be only 1 in a million. So
right.
suppose 1 million आप प्रोडक्ट बना रहे हैं तो उसमें रिजेक्शन का अगर खाली एक ही चांस है, एक ही प्रोडक्ट 1 मिलियन में रिजेक्ट हो रहा है, तब आप जाके
हाँ,
6 सिग्मा हो, नहीं तो वो कम होते जाएगा, 5 सिग्मा हो
right.
जाएगा, 4.5 पॉइंट समथिंग हो जाएगा, 4 पॉइंट समथिंग हो जाएगा, तो इस तरह
Yes,
से
sir.
होते जाएगा.
So basically, before moving on to the next question, I think the uh, cue for all of us, not just the people in the room, for everyone who is listening to this podcast later on, is to be open to the learning process and to trust the process more and to appreciate the process more, because learning process is an absolute value process. You can't look at just the face value of it.
Right.
And okay,
Absolutely right.
thank you, sir. And my next question to all of you is, how can the whole ecosystem जिसके ऊपर हमने अभी इतनी बात की है, उस how can we take it to the world quality level in the shortest time possible?
It is long path.
Yeah,
मनीषा
it
जी,
cannot be a
It is
shortest time.
long path.
Long path.
It
Yes,
is
ma'am.
long path,
Shortest,
and
obviously बहुत
we
वो नहीं,
have
but
to
हाँ, let's keep
we
trying.
have
क्या
to
कितना लगे?
devote generations to achieve that. And till the end, I do not think we'll be able to achieve it, but it is a continuous process,
Yes, sir.
like
But yes,
infinity.
we have to
Just
begin
walk
somewhere.
and walk, just walk one step, then next step, then next step, and whole life you work along with it.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
no, but mm,
But
the question was,
you may make a goal. You may
yes,
make a goal. You
you
make
have
a
to
goal.
you have to
Huh.
start first. No, for starting,
Hmm.
she's
Yes, sir.
asking
We
that
have to
what are the
start
points?
from there.
To start,
Yes.
to
Hmm.
start,
Hmm.
basically, if you go to see, like Anupam ji had said, that whatever learnings we have in schools and colleges, right? So there also a twist has to be there, because if you go to see, it is nowhere close to what is there in reality, so the people don't enjoy it. So that has to be a competency based learning. If you see in other countries, they take one particular area, say suppose mechanical or machines or cars, so that person expertises in that particular area right from school, right? So something
Right.
like that we have to start over here also. Of course we have our general studies, but there should be a area right from school where the person or the child of the area of his interest, they pick up those area of his competency, his aptitude, and then the learning starts from there, so the people will enjoy more. So as we said that they just mug up or you know write the exam, so no, they will enjoy that, doing what is their key interest. So that shift in learning has to be there. Yes, I know a few schools out here in Pune who have started all those things, that type of learning, from not from the traditional learnings which we had, but it's more on learning based on experience and other things. If you see
Experiential learning.
there are, yeah, many places. If you see in like Rancho school, like we had in Three Idiots, of course there is one school out there also which is more on the experimental path. So we have examples, but there are very few in India.
Yes, ma'am.
We can just count it on our fingertips. So more and more innovative schools have to be there, where the kids enjoy the learnings rather than simply mugging up and giving the exams. So those learnings will be more to the clear real world. Okay. The other things, as Anupamji also said, he was talking about the teachers. Okay, so we have to also invest in teachers. Now, teachers are the building blocks in schools and colleges where they are very close to the students, right? So there also we have to invest a lot in over there, because if you give the teachers that autonomy, or you give them the power where they can also contribute. Many of the things, they have been tied down by a lot of policies, procedures and other things, right? So even the teachers are not able to do as much as they would like to do. So give them the power, so they can invest in. So the investment in teachers is also that much important as much as we invest in our students. Okay. And of
Okay.
course, spoken about the infrastructure as well in our previous question, so that is also another thing. And then we can also inculcate, build communities or patents where we sort of promote all these talents. Of course, there has to be a lot of networking or community to be there. If you see now, if you go in corporates, we do have community, a lot of LinkedIn and other things, right? But in schools, we do not have so much things. So all those things also have to be there at a school level. Of course, in a few states, I know in some of the states over here, I mean, in Pune itself and other things at school level, well, it has started. But I don't know about the other
Parts of
states,
country.
parts of the country which are far behind. So, all those things we
Right.
have to promote over there as well. So, we have to look at the holistic development of the kids rather than just focus on just theoretical knowledge. It has to be more on
Okay.
the practical front. And yes,
Um,
a lot of global exposure is also required, right? Where we can
yes, ma'am.
benchmark. So many of the colleges and other schools have, the exchange programs. So where kids learn what is happening abroad. So more and more programs would be there for such students. So it would be really good. And our talent also goes to the outside world. Because what
Okay,
will
ma'am.
happen in the long run is, see, rather than invest, though we have a lot of government schemes and other things, government is trying to promote a lot of innovations. Skill is still running to the
Thought.
outside, overseas, right, abroad. So we have to keep that talent here in India. So unless we promote such an environment here in India, it wouldn't happen.
Right. I
Okay,
will
ma'am.
just add for some 2 3 points and then you can close. My point is twofold. First of all, is everybody is saying that we can do a lot of things. We can do a lot of things, but whatever we can do, other than government, people like us, we can do in a limited way because we cannot become government, right? So this is one point.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, sir.
there are n number of lacunae, as Jha sir has also told, right? So about the teachers, why teachers are not given that kind of autonomy? Because a lot of policies are there. Teachers are engaged in several other things rather than teaching. Number one. Number two, they do not. They are not paid properly. Number three, they do not get that kind of even some earlier stage, like in 70s. You are telling 70s, we born in 70s, I mean mid 70s and late 70s, and at that time at least teacher were given most respect in
Hmm.
villages and all, but nowadays teachers are not giving respect, are not given respect actually. And we are talking about outside why things are better because of this reason, because there is a brain drain. Why there is a brain drain? Because top class institutions, people are coming out and they're going abroad
Abroad.
because of only one thing, first of all, whatever remuneration they are getting here is not matching with other part of the world. How much there is a budget for education. See, education, as all of us, as Manisha told, that school education and school teachers are the building blocks of the nation. In that case, if you are having only 1.2% and more than less than 1% of the GDP of the funding that you are keeping for education, how it will be possible? So can we do anything? Of course we can do anything. I mean, so many things which we are able to do it. But the government side we cannot do. We can suggest, we can do something new thing, and we can hope that some good government will come and see these lacunae and see these gaps, and then they try to fill up those gaps, so that these education systems, wherever you see why a very small country like ये क्या इसका नाम है अपना
Israel.
Israel, they are very good in innovation and all. Why? Because of this reason. They value education, they value experiential learning. They can do so many things. Why Japan, once in electronics and all, Japan in robotics and all, why they are very good? They have been bombed in 1945, and within say, 5 to 10 years they have again rebuilt their nation. How? Why? So it's a fact that whatever we are doing, we have been a lot of cultural backwardness also, and we have been colonized, and it's a in LinkedIn I have given, I gave in response to one of the post, I wrote a post, right? One lady, she has done MBA from outside GMAT, तो उसने लिखा था कि कैट मैंने दिया था, 2 फेल कर गई। उसके बाद में मुझे कैट में नहीं रुचि था, तो हमने जीमेट दिया और मैं बाहर चली गई, और वहां से अभी देखिए शी हैज आल्सो स्टार्टेड शी इज द सीईओ ऑफ द स्टार्टअप। तो वो कुछ लिखा था कि हमारा टेस्टिंग सिस्टम क्या है और बाहर में क्या है, और ये सब लिखा था। उसके रिस्पॉन्स में मैंने 2 उसका जवाब दिया था, ऐड किया था उसमें। बोला आईएएस, देखिए आईएएस क्या है, आईएएस इज नथिंग बट द कॉपी of ICS when we were the colonial
Yes, sir. Before 1947.
Before 1947 ये ब्रिटिश का पूरा टोटल कॉपी है,
हम्म,
टोटल कॉपी। अब वो लोग किस दृष्टि से बनाया था? वो लोग बनाया था कि खाली इंग्लिश जो है वही लोग माने राज करेगा और इंडियंस को वहां नहीं आने देंगे।
राइट।
यही चीज पूरा हम लोग लेते आए यहाँ। आईएएस को बना देता है, एग्जाम पास करता है, और वो जो है मालिक बन जाता है। तो ये कल्चर हो गया हमारा पिछला 70 साल से 75 साल से, ये कल्चर है। ठीक है। द पर्सन हु डजंट नो व्हाट इज अ फील्ड, द पर्सन हु डजंट नो ही हैज डन लेट्स से हिंदी और इंग्लिश, ओके, एंड ही नेवर गॉन टू अ फील्ड, और ही नेवर नोज व्हाट इज हार्वेस्टिंग, एंड ही इज मेकिंग पॉलिसी फॉर द होल इंडिया फॉर एग्रीकल्चर। व्हाट डू यू से? व्हाट्स द फन?
यस सर।
तो एक ये पॉइंट हो गया। उसी तरह से हमने एक एग्जांपल दिया एसएसबी, सर्विसेज सिलेक्शन बोर्ड। उसमें हमने दिया था, मेरा बीआईटी में होने के पहले वहां पे रिटर्न हुआ था, ठीक है ना। तो सब लोग बोला कि बीआईटी में हो गया है, तुम 2 साल के बाद जा रहा है, छोड़ दो उसको, नहीं तो मैं अभी आर्मी ऑफिसर रहता, ठीक है ना। तो एसएसबी क्या है? एसएसबी अगेन सर्विसेज सिलेक्शन बोर्ड, बट बेसिकली इट्स अ रिजेक्शन बोर्ड। Sometimes,
Yes, sir.
they more than 100, 200, 300 people will go, and they say there is zero selection. Why? Because there is a norms for selecting. There is 10 officers like quality, OLQ बोलते हैं। वो 10 में से अगर 6 अगर तुम्हारे पास रहेगा तभी उसमें सिलेक्शन होगा। तुम्हारा कितना देशभक्त हो, सब चीज में तुम अच्छे हो, लेकिन तेरे को सिलेक्शन नहीं होगा। तो वो भी इंग्लिश का किया हुआ है, वो हम लोग अभी तक ढो रहे हैं। तो हमारा कोई चीज दिमाग लगा के कुछ चीज हम लोग नहीं कर रहे हैं, और पूरा सरकारी सिस्टम चलते आ रहा है। तो अभी धीरे धीरे चेंज हो रहा है। जैसे मनीषा ऑल्सो टोल्ड दैट so many schools are they are interacting with other schools, and what has
And they are
happened,
adapting
what
new
are the
things, right?
what are the what are the best practices that are being followed in other countries, and then exchange programs and so on. So these things can happen, and people like us can do. And it's a continuous process, as Jhaji also told. So whatever we can do, we can, and we will. This is what I want to add.
Yes, sir.
You want to
So
conclude?
we will be doing our part of the job. Whatever we can do, we will be doing it.
Yes, sir.
But we have to do for the profit. We are doing business. We are not doing. We are not doing social service. Okay.
Right.
Oh, you can conclude, Ashwini, your final
Ashwini,
thought and conclude.
Yes, sir. And sir, actually, I had a little more add on to this question, but and we over which we had elaborate discussion that अब सर हम लोगों ने तो डिस्कस कर लिया कि हमारे इंडिया में क्या हो रहा है, बट इसी के कंपैरिजन में एंड जिसमें हम लोगों ने बोला भी कि वी नीड टू अडॉप्ट गुड प्रैक्टिसेस फ्रॉम अदर कंट्रीज। सर, तो ये जो यूरोपियन कंट्रीज हैं उनमें जो सक्सेस रेट है स्पेशली रिलेटेड टू स्टार्टअप एंड इनोवेशन, वो ज्यादा क्यों है? और व्हाई इज इट नॉट सो हाई इन इंडिया? आई मीन इंडिया वाला पोर्शन तो आई थिंक हम लोगों ने डिस्कशन कर लिया है,
Two
बट
point,
व्हाट इज गुड
two,
देयर?
3 point. She will add, and Jhaji will also add. From my side, 2 3 points. One is एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग हम लोग नहीं कर रहे हैं, थ्योरेटिकल खाली कर रहे हैं, रट के आईएएस कर जा रहे हैं। आपको आईएएस करने के लिए क्या चाहिए? आपको आईएएस करने के लिए परफेक्टली टाइम टेबल बना के तुमको हम बताएंगे, रटने के लिए कितना रटो कितना लिखो। देखो कितना भी कोच है ना, बोलता है कि तुमको लिखना पड़ेगा। अरे कम समय में तुमको ज्यादा लिखना है, जितना ज्यादा लिखोगे उतना हो जाएगा। उसके लिए भी, वहां के लिए भी कॉन्फिडेंस खाली चाहिए। वहां राइट और रॉन्ग आंसर नहीं होता है। इंटरव्यू में चला गया कोई, राइट और रॉन्ग आंसर नहीं है, वो लोग सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस है। आईएएस यूपीएससी में एक चीज बढ़िया है, दे वांट टू सिलेक्ट, दे विल आस्क यू क्वेश्चन ऑन विच यू कैन टॉक। ये एक पॉजिटिव चीज है आईएएस का जो इंटरव्यू के लिए। ठीक है, एसएसबी का इंटरव्यू उल्टा है, दे विल आस्क क्वेश्चन टू रिजेक्ट। दैट्स व्हाई आई टोल्ड इट्स अ रिजेक्शन प्रोसेस। So
राइट।
whoever is left out is selected. So one point is innovation and experiential learning we do not have. It's a truth. Number
Yes,
two, we are only doing anything for job. We do not
I
do
agree.
anything for learning and interest. And our family system and everything, they are actually everything they want to earn through job. So job oriented thing है। अब तुम इटली में चले जाओ, इटली में 50% से ज्यादा आदमी अपना काम करता है। तुम यहां का तुम देख लो, तुम दो जगह है, एक गुजरात का कुछ पार्ट और एक मारवाड़ का कुछ पार्ट राजस्थान में, तो उसको मारवाड़ी कहते हैं हम लोग, और एक गुजरात का अधिकतर पार्ट गुजराती। उसमें कोई आदमी अपने लड़का को नहीं देगा जो लड़की जॉब कर रही हो, या लड़की को नहीं देगा जो लड़का जॉब कर रहा हो। अगर एक छोटा दुकान है उसको दे देगा, ठीक है ना। और मारवाड़ी में भी यही हाल है। तो वो लोग का माइंडसेट अलग है। इन दोनों एरिया को छोड़ दो तो इंडिया का सब कोना में यही हाल है, तो वहां कहां से सक्सेस आएगा? ठीक है ना। तो ये 2 3 माइंडसेट हमारा जो है वो, ऑफ कोर्स देयर आर सो मेनी रीजंस। हम लोग गरीब रहे हैं, हमारा को इंडिया को लूट के ले गया है, हम लोगों को लड़ा दिया है, जाति में बांट दिया है, फल्ला आदिवासी टिल्ला, हम लोग ये हिंदू है ये मुसलमान है, ये सब में बांट टिट के गया है। वो माइंडसेट निकला भी नहीं है अभी भी। अभी देखिए ना, बहुत जगह खाली जाति के ऊपर चुनाव होता है। बिहार में पलट गया इस बार। सो so there are a lot of reasons, root causes analysis, you have to do in business. We have root cause analysis, fishbone diagram बना के हम लोग करते थे, ठीक है ना। So there are so many reasons whereby you are, even if you are copying, you have to copy, and you have to make sure that whatever we are copying are the best. अभी यूरोपियन के लिए देखो, यूरोपियन जो है हमारे यहाँ तुम किसी को बिना कुछ पैसा का टाइम देने के लिए तैयार होती हो और अपना एडवाइस देने के लिए तैयार हो जाती हो ना। अरे तुम ऐसे कर ले, तुम वैसे कर ले। वहां एडवाइस देने के लिए वो पैसा लेगा, टाइम बोलेगा कि आई एम नॉट फ्री, इवन इफ ही इज और शी इज फ्री, he tell that you take my take some, I will be available only for half an hour। अरे वो कुछ नहीं कर रहा फिर भी ऐसा करेगा, तो उसको टाइम का वैल्यू है। वहां पर पंक्चुअलिटी को वैल्यू करते हैं। यूएस में जाओ, यूएस में जाके आई है, यूएस में जाइए, टीचर अगर टाइम खत्म हो गया, कितना भी बढ़िया टीचर हो तुम, लड़के चले जाएंगे, दे वोंट वेट। वही दे शुड वेट, यू हैव टू फिनिश इन टाइम। सो टाइम का वैल्यू जो करेगा, ये सब छोटा छोटा चीज जो बच्चों को आदत लगाता है यहाँ यूरोप में, ये सब काम करता है ना। एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग है उसके पास, जो चीज पसंद करता है वही काम करता है। अभी मेरे से बात हो रहा था, वो बोले थे ना कि वहां पे जुटा रहा है वो कुंदन लाल, इंग्लैंड में है वो 15-16 साल से। तो बोला कि ठीक है, पाकिस्तानी और इंडियंस को पहले हम जुटा लेंगे, थर्ड वाला जो हमारा सर्विस है ए लेवल वाला, उसके लिए। तो उससे कुछ दिन पहले बात हो रही थी, तो बोला कि अरे अंग्रेज जितना है, गोरे जो हैं वो क्या करते हैं कि दे विल डू वट एवर दे लाइक। वो लोग करता है कि वो लोग दे आर वेरी हैप्पी डूइंग सम ऑड जॉब्स। फॉर एग्जाम्पल स्मिदी, वो उसमें कमा रहा है, उतना ही में वो खुश है। दे आर नॉट गोइंग फॉर हायर स्टडीज, वाई शुड दे गो, राइट? So very few people they go for higher studies, research and all. Very few people are there. But whoever is going for research, they are really going for research. They are doing some research. यहां पे क्या है, अब हम लोग का जबरदस्ती कर दिया कि तुम अगर पीएचडी नहीं करोगे तो तुम टीचिंग में नहीं रहोगे। ले, अब इससे क्या हो रहा है, इससे जबरदस्ती पीएचडी करा रहा है। ओके, it has become mandatory. If you become mandatory means what? Those who are not, I was not interested, but I am doing. So these are the reasons why people there will be are more successful. सक्सेस रेट में अभी स्टार्टअप में सबसे ज्यादा सक्सेस रेट वर्ल्ड में 7-8% है, वो यूएस में ही है। उसके बाद यूरोपियन कंट्रीज, इटली वगैरह में। हमारे यहाँ कितना सक्सेस रेट है? मैक्सिमम 2%। अभी कुछ सालों से हुआ है, जब ये पॉलिसी में थोड़ा थोड़ा चेंज हुआ है, क्योंकि हम लोग का पॉपुलेशन ह्यूज है ना, ये है बात।
नहीं, and another thing, as Ashutosh said, since they are more on the ground, right? So there is more employment with all these innovations and people starting their own companies and startups. Employment भी grow होता है, right?
हाँ,
So there is more employment. यहाँ पर we are only fixed to our limited. People will want to go only in public sectors, या limited private sectors, MNCs and other things. Who wants to join a startup? Now the mentality is changing and people are joining startups. But
very
पहले
slow,
nobody
very
wanted
slowly.
to join, wanted to start stuff.
It's not
But
directly rewarding.
yeah, so the thing is that is also there people just value work, and as Ashutosh said, time. So that is the difference. They value work and time. They don't see whether it is an MNC or it is a startup company. They like the job, they enjoy doing the job, they are doing the job, right? And that is why we have more employment out there. And believe me, in many of the countries there is a lack of manpower. They value human uh,
Life.
life,
One small point:
right? And
population.
even the skill.
Population is also one factor. You have
Sir.
you have billions of people here, right? चाइना और यहाँ देख लो, चाइना को कंट्रोल कर लेता है, यहाँ कंट्रोल है क्या? यहाँ तो कंट्रोल नहीं है। तो हमारा जो गुणोत्तर क्रम में एक, हम आज से 25 साल पहले एक डायरी में लिखते थे कुछ कुछ, तो उसमें ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन करके एक हम डालेंगे फेसबुक वगैरह पे, देखना। तो ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन करके एक लिखे थे कि हाउ वी विल बी बिकम डबल इन पॉपुलेशन इन एवरी 20 years, फिर 25 years। और एक सही में हुआ है, ये इकोनॉमिक्स का थ्योरी है।
Economics.
Economics का
We
study.
we have
Malthus, I
studied
think.
it in economics.
Yes. So we have become double in 5 years. We have crossed China now. So this is in one way, your population is an asset. Another way, it's a liability.
Sir,
If it
bolo.
is not a
sir,
quality population,
Then
हाँ,
also
then
it's a liability.
right,
then it
right.
is
And
liability.
sir, जैसे मैम ने बोला ना कि
Hmm.
वो और जो आप सब लोगों ने बताया, जैसे कि अभी पीएचडी मैंडेटरी कर दिया गया है, ठीक है, वहां पे उनका पॉपुलेशन इतना कम है, उसमें से भी जो लोग कर रहे हैं वो ही इतना रिसर्च कर दे रहे हैं कि बाकी लोगों को करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ रही और वो क्वालिटी कर दे रहे हैं, राइट?
क्यों
बट
क्यों
हमारे यहाँ
इसलिए कि
They
इंटरेस्टेड है.
are not fake
इंटरेस्टेड
PhD
है.
holder.
हाँ.
In India, 50%, more than 50% PhD holder are fake. They
सर
have
और
managed their PhD. They
Because
have
of
तो
managed their
liability.
वो
PhD.
चीज वही चीज
Hmm.
उसी पे आ रही हूँ कि हमारे यहाँ
Hmm.
प्रॉब्लम क्या हो रहा है ना, हम लोग गए तो सॉल्यूशन को ठीक उसको अडॉप्ट करने, बट हम लोग एक्चुअली उसको सही वे में अडॉप्ट नहीं कर पाए. हम लोगों को फोकस क्वालिटी अडॉप्ट करने पे होना चाहिए था, ठीक है,
Ah.
बट हमारे यहाँ क्या है ना, आई थिंक पीपल थिंक कि if with the help of stick and power you can make a snake in, you can convert a snake in like a lion or something else. डंडे के दम पे सब कुछ करवा देना चाहते हैं कि मुर्गी अंडा देती है तो मुर्गी की जगह लाइक कुछ दूसरे जानवर से भी ये डंडा दिखा के अंडा उससे निकलवा लेंगे.
नहीं वो नहीं
हाँ,
है, वो है डेटा
हाँ.
दिखा के. डेटा दिखा के बोल
डेटा
रहा है कि
दिखा
जब
करके.
अब ये जो है हमारा जो है बहुत रिसर्च पेपर हो रहा है तो डेटा में तुमको वर्ल्ड में कुछ रैंकिंग आ जा रहा है,
See,
उसके लिए हो रहा है खाली.
no, to
क्वालिटी
analyzing
उसी में कुछ
data,
क्वालिटी हो रहा है,
I
लेकिन
can
सर
अदर
prove
वही तो बात
anything.
है ना कि वो क्वालिटी होना चाहिए, एब्सोल्यूट
हाँ.
वैल्यू पे हमारा फोकस नहीं है.
नहीं
देखिए
है.
एक फोकस, एक कॉमन गोल भी होना चाहिए, मतलब प्रोडक्टिविटी भी होनी चाहिए, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी भी होनी चाहिए, बट वी फॉरगेट कि वो भी तभी हो सकता है. व्हाट आई कैन कंक्लूड फ्रॉम द नॉलेज आप लोगों ने जो अभी दिया मुझे, कि ठीक है, अब जैसे एग्जाम है, एग्जाम्स तो होगा ही होगा, ठीक है, बट जितने टाइम सेमेस्टर है उतने टाइम अगर आप पढ़ने पे ध्यान दोगे अच्छे से ऑन लर्निंग, ठीक है,
Hmm.
तो ठीक है वो काम भी हो जाएगा, ऑल गोल्स विल बी अचीव्ड, आपको मार्क्स भी आ जाएगा, आपको और आपकी लर्निंग भी हो जाएगी, विल एक्चुअली गेट टू लर्न द सब्जेक्ट.
No,
बट
learning.
व्हाट
One
लर्निंग इज
व्हाट
thing.
नॉट दैट.
हैपेंस, आई थिंक
Learning.
इतना ज्यादा
लर्निंग इज,
पैनिक
आई विल,
होता है
नो
कि
आई विल गिव
One
वन
thing, one
पीपल
एग्जांपल
आर
thing.
अगेन.
अंडर ट्रॉमा कि उनको
हाँ.
मार्क्स लाना
आई
है,
विल,
मार्क्स लाना है, मार्क्स लाना है.
No,
yes,
no.
I will give one
Learning,
small example, Jhaji. I will let,
practicing,
she will understand.
understanding.
एक
Learning and understanding, and
लर्निंग
then
इज डिफरेंट.
practicing it.
देखिए,
Hmm.
एक थे मैसाचुसेट्स इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी के प्रोफेसर, अभी भी हैं, अभी शायद रिटायर होने वाले होंगे, डॉक्टर अभय रत्ने. ओके, तो एसआरएम जो ग्रुप है, एसआरएम इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, वहां पर उनको एज ए एडवाइजर रखा. ठीक है, तो हर एक 18 देश का एडवाइजर रखा था. तो ही यूज्ड टू कम, ही इज बेसिकली फ्रॉम श्रीलंका, but now he has become a I mean American citizen. That time only 2002 2002 2003 I'm saying, and he was the chairperson of mechanical engineering department there. तो वो आए दूसरा बार में, तो मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग से इंटरेक्शन होता था, तो हम लोग इंटरेक्ट कर रहे थे, तो उन्होंने उसको एक फैकल्टी मेंबर पूछा मैकेनिकल का ही कि सर हाउ टू मेक द स्टूडेंट इंटरेस्टेड इन इंजीनियरिंग. तो बोला कि आई डू नॉट हैव आंसर फॉर दैट. ठीक है, बिकॉज आई हैव नॉट कम अक्रॉस एनी स्टूडेंट हु इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड. नंबर वन. नंबर टू, हाँ, बोला कि आई डोंट हैव अना, you know, what kind of student are those who are not interested? Then he is not a student. Number one. Number two, he told that we have a lab where the laboratory is set up and students are given the task to do something out of the that instrumentations, and then reverse come back to the theory पहले नहीं बताएगा, पहले वो पूरा सेटअप दे देगा
Oh.
उसको, और उसको बोलेगा कि 3 दिन का टाइम दिया, इससे तुम निकालो क्या हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है, अपने से करो, कुछ नहीं बताएगा, थोड़ा थोड़ा हेल्प करेगा, एंड देन वो बताएगा कि विच थ्योरी यू हैव लर्न। अब
Oh,
बताओ।
that's so nice.
हाँ, तो अब
No.
बताओ, तो इंजीनियरिंग मैकेनिक्स का लैब हमने सेटअप किया था, मैंने सेटअप किया था वहां पे, सोच सोच के कि क्या क्या थ्योरी से आर्किमिडीज प्रिंसिपल, उसके ऊपर एक हमने बनाया था। उसके बाद मतलब ये सब चीज हम लोग सोच के बनाए थे कि बच्चों को लाएंगे, एंड देन बिकॉज इट वाज हैपनिंग इन एमआईटी एट दैट टाइम, then that lab setup whoever has done, American person, he was called here in Chennai, and he interacted with us, and then we suggested कि ये प्रिंसिपल पे हम लोग कर सकते हैं काम, और उसमें 3-4 प्रिंसिपल पे हम लोग काम किए थे। तो वो सेटअप किया था इंजीनियरिंग मैकेनिक्स का लैब, जिसमें कि आपको पहले इंस्ट्रूमेंट दे दिया जाएगा और लड़के खेलेंगे और उस अपना अपना दिमाग लगाएंगे, सोचेंगे, इधर उधर करेंगे क्या हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है, और उसके बाद वो सोचेंगे कि ये किस थ्योरी पे है।
Got it. Got it.
Right? So this is experiential learning in engineering. So this is one example of that. So whatever you are concluding is correct.
Ashwini,
Yes.
can you
Now you
conclude?
conclude.
We are overshooting our time.
Now you can
Okay.
conclude.
And sir, any concluding remarks from all of you regarding what more? I think we have discussed
We
already,
have done it.
but
Yeah.
You
any.
conclude now.
Just conclude now.
Yeah.
Just conclude.
Okay. So basically what I learned from all of you, जो आज मुझे सीखने को मिला कि basically we need to invest in the process more and not just focus on increasing the numbers in a shallow way. We need to focus on the absolute value. If we actually want to improve the level of research, and we want actual productivity and not just illusion of productivity.
Right.
Right.
That is
Thank
what
you.
I could say, like, in a nutshell. And
Yeah, very
anything
well
else
said.
in the last, if you guys want to add?
No.
Uh,
We have added
okay.
enough.
Thank you.
And
Thank
you.
you
I'll
for
just stop the
having
recording.
us. Thank you.
थैंक यू एंड थैंक यू सर, मुझे बोलना है थैंक यू फॉर स्पेयरिंग योर आप लोग तीनों को कि फॉर शेयरिंग योर टाइम एंड नॉलेज, बिकॉज जाते जाते आई वुड लाइक टू से वन थिंग। मैंने एक मीम देखा था विच इज एक्चुअली रिलेटेबल टू अस। एक बोलता है नॉलेज इज पावर एंड दूसरा बोलता है पावर इज पावर, but I have a different take on it. The both kind of power are related actually.
Yes.
पावर इज पावर वो भी तब वर्क करता है व्हेन नॉलेज इज पावर वाले लोग वहां पे हो, क्योंकि हमारा कंट्री इट यूज टू रूल इन मुगल टाइम में। आई थिंक हमने पहले भी ये आई हैव सेड दिस, मेंशन दिस, बट विदाउट नॉलेज का पावर यू कैन नेवर सस्टेन इट एंड ग्रो इट एंड मल्टीप्लाई इट। आपको
yes.
पता रहेगा कि ठीक है ये ऐसे काम कर रहा है, यू नो कि हाउ इट वर्क्स, आपको पता है आपकी कार चल रही है, बट ऐसा न दिन है कि वो कार अगर खराब हो जाए उस दिन नॉलेज काम आता है टू रीस्टोर दैट पावर।
Okay.
आई होप वी ऑल।
Only one last thing we have
Yes sir.
discussed. We actually planned to finish this in 20-25 minutes,